Greetings, salutations, and good now. I'm astrologer Kevis Major, doing it major. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a tarot card reading for today, January 7th, up until the full moon that we are going to be experiencing on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of January. We're going to be doing a card reading specifically for home and family life, and we're going to use the power of tarot for greater insight. Just before we do the card reading, however, we're going to do a quick astrological preview so we could note the potent placements, transits, and aspects that are going to be affecting our home and family life. If you're ready to do it major, let's dive on. We have the sun in Capricorn, a grounding energy that is focused on discipline and responsibility. This is good for building solid foundations within the home. Capricorn is hardworking and determined and persistent. Individuals within the home could be persistent and focused on their own things and their own endeavors and not really participating in the collective goals of the family. You know, a bit of selfishness, a bit of coldness, a bit of stoicism and distance could be experienced on the flip side. But this placement just encourages long-term planning and practical solutions for anything that may arise in the family right now. We need to look at the moon because the moon talks towards the moods, and if there's several people within the home or family, then there's several different moods and modes that are contesting. And so the moon is going to be transiting from Taurus into Gemini. It's going to be full in Cancer, full in Leo, and full in Virgo. And the Taurus moon emphasizes stability and comfort. When it slides into Gemini, you know, we're going to be a bit more social, communicative, and you know, lessons are going to be learned because Gemini always shares information and it's always communicating and processing information and being social. So it's a great time for us to just be honest with the communications that we're having in the family. When the moon slides into Cancer, this is going to be highlighting nurturing and emotional security. Everyone is going to want to feel comfortable and secure and stable within their home. Leo again is when we're going to have a bit more boldness and expression. We could have a bit more conflict there when it comes to the family dynamic, but Virgo is going to bring back the focus on organization and being practical. Mercury is in Sagittarius, so communication is going to be open and honest. People are going to feel expressive at this time and just want to talk about the big picture. Now, we may not have all the minute details, but we're going to have fun just dreaming and talking big. Mars retrograde in Cancer is going to highlight old family issues. Some old stuff may resurface at this time, and the emotional energy could be a bit heightened just because Mars is a very aggressive energy. And so with it being in Cancer, this is a time for us to find a gentle way of handling any issues within the home or within the family. We don't need to be so aggressive, especially when these old issues are being resurfaced. We have Venus in Pisces that is going to help us in the event of any old issues arising. You know, Venus in Pisces highlights themes such as compassion and unconditional love, and it just heightens the spiritual connection and bond that we have amongst each other. On the flip side, you know, it could foster idealism and people could be wishing and dreaming a lot of different things, but for the most part, you know, it could lead and lend towards harmonious energies within the home and within the family. Some people just bad mind, you know what I mean? And Pisces deals with idealism and fantasies and dreams, so some people may be dreaming about, I don't know, something else. And that's why Saturn in Pisces is going to be so important, because Saturn deals with limitations and boundaries and responsibilities and structures that bring the family together, you know. So everybody has their role to play. We have the mom, we have the dad, we have the breadwinner, we have the nurturer, personnel, we have, you know, the different roles and functions within the family. And so Saturn in Pisces is going to, I would hope that it helps everyone to stay focused with their role within the family and their emotional boundaries just to stay in check. Lessons may arise where we need to balance compassion with structure. Um, and I think this is where Jupiter also comes in, because Jupiter in retrograde helps us to understand any old patterns or misunderstandings that we may have in the home and family that just may be keeping us back or keeping us stagnant or keep us in this loop of, always, I don't know, whether it's fighting, arguing, starting a project, stopping a project, being together and then falling out, or whatever the issue may be within the home. Jupiter in retrograde helps us to reassess and re examine and rethink anything that is not in our best interest and it's not positive and it's not helping the family dynamic to be stronger and better. We take a quick look at Pluto in Aquarius, which is transforming the home dynamic, because Aquarius is all about innovation, it's all about change, it's all about moving forward, it's all about the collective consciousness, all about the family goals. And so Pluto, you know, is going to influence. I don't even want to say influence, because Pluto is more like tear down, destroy, break down, um, cause some power struggles, um, with the promise of rebirth. Pluto likes to make space for new things and new opportunities and new beginnings. And so, this transit is going to influence that. Pluto opposes Mars, again, alluding to more potential tension between the emotional needs of individuals in the family, but also the deep transformational shifts that are needed to just catapult us forward. The Pisces stellium, we have Venus, Saturn, and Neptune there. So, again, more themes of healing and compassion, but also we could see certain boundaries being dissolved. And so this one might be a bit tricky, because within a family, within the home, especially with grown adults, you need certain boundaries, and Neptune likes to dissolve and kind of, make things a bit more lucid and dreamy and blur the lines. And so Saturn is really going to need to stand firm to keep certain boundaries. Otherwise, without those boundaries and structures, the whole family is going to fall down. All right, let's get into the card reading for home and family life. All right, so let's start the shuffle. I've been shuffling and loving on these cards for the whole day, so they're quite in tune to what we are saying and what we're doing right now. All right, so the first card is for the home and family life. Let's take a closer look. We have 10 Pentacles. All right, so 10 of Pentacles. Every time I see 10, I'm thinking of compounding. All right, when we say goodbye to the simple and hello to more complex situations, 10 for me, it's like a restart, a refresh, a rebirth, a relaying of certain foundations. Okay, reaffirmation. 10 could also represent innovation, leadership, originality, persistence, because you've made it all the way to 9, and then the 10 is like a new beginning. So on the negative aspect, it could seem like we're having a decline, or something is collapsing, or something is breaking down or being fragmented, something is being exposed even. But the 10, I think this is the Pluto Aquarius energy, which is going to, cause something to break down. The Pentacles is something tangible, something physical. Could even be, I don't want to say money or finances or property, but just something to do with stability and structures within the family. We might need to reassess something. Something may need to be torn down. We might experience a loss even. But this is going to make space for new beginnings, for a reset, for a rebirth, for a restart. It's going to make way for innovation, and allow us to attain higher heights and be more fulfilled, hopefully. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles seems like not the most positive card to pull, especially going into the full moon in Cancer, where we all want to feel comfortable within the family. We may experience some sort of fall or loss, taking 2 steps back. So we could take 3 steps forward. You know, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, so maybe it's an open conversation that might be a bit difficult if we get into the details, and you might need to force your way through to get to those details, because Sagittarius Mercury deals with the bigger picture. Forget the minute details, and the minute details might host I like to use that word, host the truth or the most significant information that is needed for whatever the discussion is or whatever. I'm just saying that the 10, things start to get a bit more complicated when we get to 10. Let's just say it that way. And so 10 taps us into Capricorn as well, the 10th house, being disciplined, being determined, being hard at work. And so even though we may long to be cozy and be in family mood and be nurturing and all of that good stuff, 10 is just like, yo, we need to get back to work. Capricorn, be persistent, hardworking, and determined, and just go, go, go. All right, let's see what the second card is going to say, if it gives us more insight as to what is going to happen within the home. All right, so there was a fallout. I'm seeing terror moments within the family. So the 10 already speaks towards a decline, and then the tower moment seems like a catastrophic situation. All right, so we already have decline, destruction, and a fall, and this seems like a greater decline, destruction, and a greater fall. So let's be very careful with the family members, whether someone is ill or not well. Again, Venus in Pisces, compassion, unconditional love. The people in your family could pass and die at any point in time. We are all humans, and we need to remember this, especially during times of like heated arguments or disagreements, or when things are not going well. Like, it could be worse. Someone could fall out of the tower, and it could be more catastrophic. And so the tower always reminds us that things could be worse, and a bad fall could be looming or pending. And so we just need to be a bit more careful, methodical, thinking forward, thinking about others, being compassionate, just loving on others. This is what I'm getting for this card within the family. Like, okay, something might go down, but that is always on the table, because life is always lifing. So just know that, and while people are here, give them their flowers and their appreciation, and you don't be the one to cause the tower moment. Like, nothing is that serious. Okay, so calm down. All right, let's see what's gonna be the final card for the home and family life tarot reading for this week. I'm kind of lost for words. Like, I am going to be enjoying a good full moon with the family. So like 10 of Pentacles and the Tower, like, what's really going on in the cards? All right, the final card, let's go with this one here. Hermit. Oh my days, like, Hermit for the home and family. I don't get it. All right, so Hermit is isolating yourself, secluding yourself, taking time out to introspect and reassess what you need to do. Maybe you need to just separate yourself from certain people, places, and things for your greater good, for your peace of mind. Calm down, slow down, take some time to be alone, just to be in solitude. Like, solitude is important. Listen to your own thoughts and try to block them out and stuff like this. I don't see where this comes in for the family. All right, but I guess if there's a tower moment or a pendant tower moment, you know, you might need to go and reflect. And why does it feel like someone might pass away in a family? I mean, it's always on the cards for someone. Like, people go and come every day, okay? But 10 is a decline. We have a tower moment, and then hermit is like seclusion and isolation. So I just want to say, in the event, okay, in the event that someone passes in the family, I think it was on the cards. All right, let's pull one more card and see how this is going to end. Compassion, unconditional love, and love on the people while they're here. That's all I could say based on the cards that are coming through. Come on, bless me. Bless my family, protect my family. All right, last card. So we have 4 of Wands. It looks like 2 people are kind of like waving or like celebrating in the back. Every time I see the number 4 though, I'm thinking about stability, I'm thinking about structure, I'm thinking about being organized, I'm thinking about patterns, form, functionality, being practical and disciplined. You know, a lot of the Capricorn earth like elements. And so is that what is needed to stabilize the family right now? Maybe someone is being stubborn or overindulgent or being trapped or just being monotonous, being stagnant in some way, shape, or form, and we need to be hardworking, yes, sensible, yes, logical, yes, dedicated, yes. Okay, so this card reading was, I don't like it. I don't like what the card said for the home and family, but it is what it is. All right. In my mind, I just want to enjoy a nice full moon with the family, be comfortable and stable. But we see that there's possibility for decline, tower moments, and the hermit. Someone is gonna have to go into isolation. Like, what are you telling me right now? Anyway, I just advise to give people their flowers while they're here to receive them. Love on your loved ones. And, you know, I just feel like we need to live and love like it's our last. You know what I'm saying? You see how people say, like, live as if it's your last day? Well, let's love on each other like it's our last chance. Major farewell until we meet or greet again. I'm Astrologer Kevis Major. If you would like to have a personal reading, any sort of card reading, send me an email at kevisbmajor@gmail.com. Again, major farewell until we meet or greet again. Doing it major.